justice. In his last speech, Reverend King referenced again and again a young pastor who kept saying, we've got to talk about these economic issues. We've got to talk about these labor issues. Please welcome that young man who has stood with us throughout this struggle, the Reverend Jesse Jackson!
Sincere thanks to you for your kindness, for your will to justice. We're sitting in the classroom in Atlanta, Georgia, in Dr. King's office, brother, preparing to go to Washington for the Poor People's Campaign. You said between the rise of militarism, racism, economic exploitation, we must go beyond historical boundaries and create a new America. So some whites, some Appalachians, some Native Americans, some Latinos, some Jewish allies from New York, led by our Lowenstein, some Latinos from Southwest Texas and Arkansas, some blacks from Deep South decided to go to Washington, preparing to engage in necessary and civil disobedience to shift the budget from the war in Vietnam to the war on poverty. You received a telephone call from Reverend Kyles, Jim Lawson. You got to stop by Memphis. Sanitation workers are fighting for collective bargaining, for public recognition, and for justice. The moral authority of those workers was astounding. Their cause was overwhelming, so we went to Memphis to divert from the geography, but not from the agenda. Those workers, two of them, are brought to be with us today because they represent such a compelling moral case. From Nichols, Tennessee, the sanitation worker for the nickel area. These are sanitation workers from Memphis, Tennessee. Say thank you. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for standing up. Thank you for holding out. Thank you for being just. Thank you for caring. Thank you for loving. Somewhere in the midst of that struggle, you sought to make the American land of all of our dreams. We marched, and that was a march, and the government had disruptors at the back of the march. So when your governor said they considered putting provocateurs in a demonstration, but it might not go well on television, that was an old script that happened to Dr. King in Memphis as they sought to discredit him. But these men and their wives kept on marching. And then we had a mass rally at Mason Central Church on April the 3rd, 1968. And the next day, while talking all over the day about our future plans for ending war, ending greed, and fighting for justice, it's time to go to dinner around 6 o'clock. And I was coming across the courtyard. Dr. King came out with us and Jesse, you were late again. Actually, he was late, an hour late. He said, Jesse, we're going to dinner, you don't have all the time. I said, Doc, it does not require time for eating. The prerequisite is an appetite. He said, you're crazy. And we laughed. He asked a friend of his, Ben Branch, won't you play tonight the song Precious Lord? And Ben said, I will. He raised his hand. I said, Doc. And then the bullet hit him in the neck. He was killed, murdered instantly, 39 years old. In similar ways, America's before and after Martin Luther King. It's his democracy that we embrace today. Democracy, multiracial democracy, that's King democracy. Multicultural democracy, that's King democracy. 18-year-olds can vote, that's King democracy. Christians and Jews and Muslims and Hindus and Sikhs and sit side by side, That's King Democracy. Stop war and invest in peace. That's King Democracy. So about the time he was killed, let us stop, join hands, bow heads in prayer as we commemorate in silence, reflect upon the America he found, the America he left, and the promise of the America he dreamed of. We pray because we will not allow one bullet to kill the dream. And I hate to kill love. The death to stop the movement, to make this land the land of our dreams, to make the world more peaceful. We thank you, dear God, for sending Martin Luther King Jr. our way. These workers who stand in that great tradition of justice, jobs, and fairness. Seek a world where we study war no more. Be swords and the plowshares as bears the printing books. We pray, dear God, tonight, in our lifetime, the men and women in high places of our hearts will hear our plea. Amen. Thanks. Commemorate the life, legacy, and living of Dr. King. We commemorate tonight the crucifixion. Tomorrow we vote and realize the resurrection, the new hope, the redemption. Together 43 years later, his dream and life's work is on the attack. States' rights are expanding north, to undermine civil rights for all. They were involved in 3 expensive wars, the bankrupting cities, scapegoating teachers, cutting vital services from education to parks and police services. Resegregation of our society is rapidly underway. Milwaukee, the most segregated city in America, a source of shame. Poverty is rising, big corporations not paying taxes, oil companies making trillions in profits. Bank bailout not connected to lending or saving people's homes. Bail out the richest Americans at Christmas time, the tax break extension, freezing federal workers and laying off public workers in March. Unemployment in the nation down slightly for the nation, still rising for blacks and Latinos, more than twice as high as the average. Entrenched infrastructure of discrimination and disparity. We need a White House conference for racial equality, economic justice, and poverty. More teachers and coaches, not more jail wardens and police. We need to rebuild cities ravaged by home foreclosures, student loan debt forgiveness, and lower tuition costs. Sinking middle class and growth of poverty at home is America's humanitarian crisis. We need intervention. We need to restructure our system to more private resources, not to spoilify the same old system. Dr. King's and the true evils of racism, militarism, and economic exploitation. This generation has a special burden and opportunity. To address a system of values and priorities that are out of control. Let nothing break your spirit. Let nothing break your faith. This land is our land. We must not give up on each other, our God, or surrender our faith. Tonight we commemorate the crucifixion. Tomorrow we celebrate the resurrection and the redemption and the hope. When we vote tomorrow, we make Dr. King happy. When we vote, we send a message: one bullet cannot kill a dream or a movement. When we vote, we affirm truth crushed the earth will rise again. Dr. King is alive today because he lives in us. He changed the course of our nation. There was America before and America after Dr. King. This land is our land. This is what democracy look like. Hold your head high. We live together. We love together. We fight together. We vote together. It gets dark sometimes. It gets dark sometimes. But the morning coming. It gets dark sometimes. But the morning coming. We live. We love. We give. We stand up. We fight back. The Lord is our light and our salvation. Whom shall we fear? The Lord is the strength of our lives. It gets dangerous sometimes. And yet though I walk through valleys and shadows of death, I will feel no evil, for thou art with me, and there's power